March of 19th of March. Oh, what a week. Hey man, I don't know if you have noticed, but have you seen the new Jazzmaster acoustasonics by Fender?
You mean the one with the 22 narrow tall frets?
Exactly. Also the one with SIRS, S-I-R-S, a patented stringed instrument.
Do you happen to be talking about the one with the modern deep C neck profile with the satin urethane finish?
Has the mod knob that selects blended voices.
You mean the one that has the mahogany body?
Yep. Also, it has cutting-edge acoustic electric guitar technology. And it's shaped like a Jazzmaster.
But it has a sound hole like an acoustic guitar?
And obviously, us being YouTubers, we must have received our free acoustasonic Jazzmasters by Fender because every other single YouTuber in the world this week received the guitar.
I guess they gave one to everybody except us.
Everyone except for us, so what are you gonna do? Stupid fucking guitar. I will say, we've had one of the Telecaster Acoustasonics on before for Best of the Week. I stand by that Best of the Week. I think the Telesonic Acoustics, or whatever they're fucking called, I think that's cool.
Acoustasonic Telecaster.
Yeah, I think that's cool, and I think the Stratocaster one's cool too. Not as cool as the Telecaster one, but I think the Jazzmaster one has just gone too far.
If I had $2,000 to spend on a guitar, I'd probably pick something else.
Definitely.
Best of the Week on Craigslist.
Alright, welcome everybody. It is March 19th. We have a very long show for you today. I'm going to get it going. Alright, first, out of Boston, we have a JCM 800 50-watt head and cab, man. Is it a 412? I think it's a 412. I didn't double check, but I'm pretty sure. Woo! JCM 800 50-watt. I don't know if the price point is maybe a little high. I think it's a little high.
It seemed a little high, but, you know, 800s are awesome.
Yeah.
There's really there's nothing else to say other than 800s are awesome. They can do everything. They're known for being, you know, a metal amp, a high gain amp.
Yeah.
They do a cool clean thing. They do a cool just, you know,
Hell yeah.
You know, rock and roll kind of thing. They're awesome across the board. And next one, out of Cambridge, Mass., $2,000, a 2019 Martin D28.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, yeah.
That's
according to the ad, the thing was like a year old, you know, like new with a case. D28's about as awesome as it comes, you know, when you're talking about acoustic guitars. So.
Yeah, if you want an acoustic guitar, you get a D28, man. All right, we've got a Nash Jazzmaster for $2,000 with block inlays out of Westford. This guitar is long gone, of course it is, right?
It's long gone. I think for a Nash Jazzmaster, that's a fair price. Mm-hmm. Those go for a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Some people really love Nash. Some people think it's just parts casters, you know, whatever. But I happen to really, really like Nash. I think they make stuff, and that was a really nice one to me.
Yeah, just think of it as like incredibly high-end Fender custom shop stuff, but not made by Fender, just made by someone else who can probably do it better than them.
So out of Baldwinville for $125, a old school big box Barber tone pressed compressor pedal.
Yeah.
Barber pedals, we talked about them before. Awesome underrated overdrives, but the tone pressed compressor, top notch. I mean, it's got a blend knob to blend your clean signal back in. It was one of the first compressors to do that, so you still have some attack there.
You've got that pedal, right?
I have a newer version of it.
Okay.
This is the OG tone press. Essentially, the circuit's the same, so it's good stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Baldwinville, Massachusetts?
I have never been to Baldwinville.
Yo, what a wild place. In a good way.
Hey, speaking of Baldwinville, I don't know what this has to do with Baldwinville, but should we take a little break and have a tip from a pro?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. We, friend of the show, Trevor from Deathfly Effects.
I'm Trevor from Deathfly Effects. And I'm going to quickly show you how to test a 3-pole double throw foot switch. Chances are if you bought an old pedal and it's not working, the first thing I look at is the foot switch. So you want to get a multimeter, you want to set it on the continuity, or you can set it on the ohm setting. It's just going to show us that there's a signal going through or not a signal going through. So what you do is you hook up your leads to the first 2 pins. You can see this says OL. There's no signal there. But when we hit the foot switch, that engages those 2 pins, so there is signal. Now, we do the same thing, leave one in the middle, take this to the bottom, the one to the bottom. There's no signal going through. When we hit the foot switch, there's signal. You're gonna wanna do that to all of the other pins. If any of them say OL when your switch is on, that means there's no signal going through and your foot switch needs to be replaced. I hope this helps, and thank you for watching.
Trevor, thank you so much. And also check out his new Sonic Doom pedal. And I got a picture of it. Alright, we got a Harmony Rocket that is out of Cambridge for $350. This is the single pickup version, no whammy, single cutaway, beat up sunburst. Yeah, I don't know, maybe $350 is a good price. If it's good and playable and, you know, it's working, $350 is good. It's good. It's just a cool guitar, man. Those things are great.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, $350. At least he's not trying to get $700 for a beat to shit rocket. You know, so kudos to you. Maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, because some people do try and do that.
Sure do.
Next one for me. This one caught my eye big time out of New Bedford for $1,750. So not cheap, but a Dr. Z Maz 18 Reverb Mark II version.
Yep.
I'm on a bit of a Dr. Z kick lately. And you know the Maz series comes in reverb and non-reverb versions. I prefer the reverb, a little bit less gain, but the Mark II has, you know, apparently has a buffered, improved effects loop, a little bit of a warmer voicing to the amp overall, and it's got a cool EQ bypass boost switch that you can kind of run to. And the Maz series, they're sort of the all-around most versatile of the Dr. Z amps. So if you're going to get one, you may as well get one that covers the most ground.
I bet you. All right, speaking of amps, we've got a Silvertone 1484 out of Franklin, Mass. for $395. That's a good price. I mean, if it works, that's a good price.
I've actually, this one's been for sale for a bit, and I've had my eye on it and almost emailed the guy a couple of times because I would like to get one of these someday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be great, man.
Yeah, this particular one doesn't have the original knobs. You know, the chassis is a little... it was bent and straightened back out, but hey, if the amp works, you're not going to find one for cheaper than that. So.
No, you're definitely not. You're definitely not. And if you do, it's more problems than you probably know what to do with.
Absolutely.
So.
Last one for me. This one's out of Rhode Island, and I don't know how to say the town. Pascoag.
Oh, no. It's Pasquowick. Yeah, Pasquowick.
I've never been there.
Rhode Island.
Heritage H575. What am I doing? So yeah, Heritage guitars. If you don't know the story, you know, in the old Gibson facility, you know, started by former Gibson employees, and essentially what this is a 2-pickup ES175 with a carved top instead of a laminate top. This one had Seymour Duncan 59 pickups put in.
Very nice.
It had somebody added a coil tap, which is cool or not cool depending on how you look at it, and a carved ebony bridge. But you know, in my opinion, those are things that are going to make the guitar, you know, those are upgrades. So
They're upgrades. Would you had the opportunity to do a couple coil switches on like the coil tap thing on a humbucker? I always decided not to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I've seen them where they sound good, but generally, I don't know.
It's kind of like I want a guitar to have. If I want a guitar to have a humbucker, I want it to have a humbucker. Which I don't want very often, but occasionally.
Yeah. I think it's, that much more stuff and push-pull pots and all that stuff. I'd rather just kind
Don't go
of...
wrong.
Yeah, I like things that are simpler myself.
All right, last best of the week for me is a USA Dimebag Daryl for $1,800.
Yeah, this is a Dean one.
Yeah, American one. Yeah. Hell yeah, Dimebag Daryls are cool. If you think I'm joking, I'm not.
No, and I completely agree. I think it's that's one of the searches that I do daily is for a particular model of Washburn Dimebag Daryl with lightning bolts. If I ever find one, I'm gonna buy it. So.
Yep. We're 100% not kidding about that thing.
Absolutely not. 100% serious.
Seriously.
As soon as I get one, it'll be in my lap when I'm sitting here doing the show.
Yeah, and I don't want a sponsorship from Dean or anything.
No,
thanks. Ooh. Hey, what time is it?
Is it time for a pedal corner?
Let's take a trip down to the pedal corner.
There you go. So, out of all the overdrives I have featured thus far, one style I have not gone after is the Klon style of pedal. So, these are, they're all over the place, right? So everybody knows or should know about Klons. They're, in my opinion, they're sort of between like the blues breaker sort of sound and the tube screamer sound. They've got a mid hump to them, but there's a little less of a mid hump. They're a little bit easier to work with. A lot of people use them as, clean boost, whatever. I think they sound better when you crank them a little bit. This particular one made by Mythos Pedals, it's a limited edition to Carter Vintage Guitars out of Nashville, Tennessee. So this particular one uses a particular germanium diode that gives it a lower gain, slightly more compressed sound, which I really like. But there are a ton of different Klon variants on the market. The regular Mythos Mueller, not special edition one. I've also used a Wampler Tumnus, which was an excellent version of that Klon style pedal. So if you're looking for that style pedal, there's a ton of them out there. But a couple of good options are, check out Mythos. They make some really excellent stuff. Check out Wampler. That Tumnus is a really good one, and have fun with it. They're cool.
You had one of those tumblers, right?
Tumbler? Yeah, the Tumnus. Wampler Tumnus.
I don't know why I thought it was called Tumbler. Tumbler is a good name, though. Off to Worst of the Week. I got 3 of them, man. I'm just going to do it really quick. Some dude out of Webster put an ad up for a vintage Hondo guitar. MIJ, made in Japan. He called it rare. He also asked $2,000 for it. I don't know, man. He just doesn't know. He just thinks, maybe. Right?
It's an old guitar. I don't get. I read the ad, and it's the guitar's worth. I don't know. I'd say a solid $125.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't know. It's all right.
Give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's still worst of the week.
All right. Next one. There's this one's wild. I don't even know what town it's out of. A vintage BC Rich guitar with a leather Playboy case for $1,000 out of the back of someone's car. So that's cool. And the last worst of the week, and maybe the worst I've ever seen in my life. I really mean this. It's not an Ovation, but it's a copy of Ovation out of Ferrisburg, Vermont for $250. Ovation copy. What is that? You know what? Actually, maybe it's a good guitar. Maybe it's better than Ovation.
Maybe it's a good guitar, but you know what? Probably not. If it's based on an Ovation, I don't care how nice you make it.
Probably not. Yeah.
It's still a plastic round guitar that as soon as you try and play, it's gonna go whoop.
Hey, what would you rather have? A lifetime supply of Ovations or 2 acoustasonic Jazzmasters?
Oh man, that's I would take the acoustasonic Jazzmaster
in a second. Second.
Because you would think I could just keep getting ovations and keep selling them and making my money or making money off them, but realistically, no one's gonna buy ovations.
No one's gonna buy them.
Are they still in business?
I don't know. I hope.
That'd be funny.
See how tough I am when I get a cease and desist letter from Ovation. All right. That's a show, right?
That's the show.
That's the show. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, Trevor from Death by Effects. Go check his shit out. It is insane, and he's only getting bigger and better. So that's it. Check out the interviews. We did Low Pedals last week.
Yep.
Scott Baxendale, Satellite Amps.
We got some good ones in the can. Go back and rewatch some of the old ones.
Yeah.
There's some really cool ones. Cardinal Instruments.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Dogman Devices just released his air pedal, which looks insane.
Yeah.
So
had some cool stuff. They've all been great. Let's be honest.
all the great. Yeah. So it's wonderful.
Except for that one that didn't work out.
Yeah, that one that got away. So if one did get away, you know who you are. He doesn't watch the show. I hope he doesn't. I edited that out. All right. Thank you, Craigslist.
Hard to beat.
What would you rather spend $2,000 on? The JCM 800 or a Jazzmaster Teleacoustasonic?
Anyway, you could buy 3 acoustasonic Jazzmasters for what you would.
What would you rather have for $6,000? Original Klon or